Hey everybody, it's Ruthie Taylor. I'm so glad to see you today, even though it's virtual, because we are starting Wellin on Wednesdays. We want you to participate, and you can do that by logging on and watching on Wednesday nights, or saving some time for later to watch it when you have time to check in with us. Why are you going to want to do this? Because it's fun. We're going to give you 3 different activities that you can do it while you're at home, and things that you can do later on when we're out of this mess. We're going to meet with Linda Burnside to talk about decorating your home. That'll be fun because we've all been at home so much. We want to spruce it up a little bit, right? And then the last thing is we will talk about decorating an arrangement on a table and pots beside your front door. Again, all very homey. These are all things that we want to take time to think about and do while we're stuck at home. 3 Wednesdays for Wellin on Wednesdays to have some fun with your faith. Thanks a bunch. See you there.
Okay, welcome. Hi. Welcome to all of you who are with us tonight. Welcome to the second Wellin on Wednesdays. Wow, we're so glad you're here with us. I think you're in for a special treat tonight with our guest. You know, we've all been at home a lot, and we are at the Well at Home this year, and the theme of the Well at Home is abide, and we've all been abiding at home a lot. And I hope that as you abide at home, you are also abiding with Jesus, and your faith has grown stronger, and you are abiding with friends through technology like we're doing tonight, with YouTube, and through Zoom, which our Sunday school class and Circle has been doing, and we are staying connected in that way. And we, you know, as we just spend time at home abiding, and I think a lot of us look around our homes and just really want it to be a comfortable place to live and a comfortable place to invite friends in when we're able to do that again. So our special guest tonight is going to share with us some tips on how to make a house a home. We welcome Linda Burnside.
Thank you, Deborah, and hi to everyone, and I can't wait to be with all of you in person again.
Well, Linda is an interior designer. She owns her own company, and they will help design anything from a small project to just a design build from ground up.
Yep.
Every single little detail.
Every nail, every board, everything.
And she's married to Bob. They have 2 wonderful grown children, Brooke and Robert. And Linda has worked on projects really all around the United States. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
And even in France.
Yes.
But even as she is known around the world, she still stays true to her community and her church. So let's just get started, Linda.
Yeah. So welcome everybody, and I think tonight we're going to show you how to do your bookcase. And one of the things that a lot of clients ask me, they get very stressed out over a bookcase, and I don't want anyone to ever stress over a bookcase. Everything that you need, you have in your home. I like to start with books. Everybody has books. If you don't have enough books, some people have really large bookcases. If you don't have enough, I tell everybody to go to Barnes & Noble. They have sales all the time. You can get books for $1, honestly, if you need them, and take the jackets off of your books. That's kind of one of my hints. Take those off. And then sometimes you'll have a book that's pink or a book that's purple, and people ask me, oh, I don't know if I should do that. Yes. It's fine, and that's what makes it interesting, is to have a variety of colors. The second thing I would say is pictures of your family. Great thing to put on your bookcases. I would advise, though, to try and get frames that work together. Sometimes I'll find people have some gold, some silver, some all different colors, and sometimes that doesn't work as well. So go to Hobby Lobby, grab about 4 silver frames, and at the 50% off sale, and you're good to go. Another little trick I like to do is grab some good bookends, at least 2 pair of bookends that are special to you. Those are invaluable when you're doing bookcases. And the other thing is small things. Think small. When you do a bookcase, you don't always have to do everything like an 8x10 photo and a big vase and a big whatever. you need to have some little small things that you can put on top of a little stack of books or tuck it away in the corner. So when you're traveling, pick up some little small things. When you're in the store, if you find something that means something to you, grab it. It's going to be invaluable to you when you're doing your bookcase.
Sounds really interesting, and we're going to see Linda demonstrate that,
Yeah.
of course, in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But before we get to that point, Linda, can you just share a little bit about how you chose the career in interior design and what you enjoy most about that?
Well, I'm going to kind of go back to my childhood because my mom would tell you this. So, and I think a lot of my interior design friends we share this. So I redecorated my bedroom probably once a week at least. Mom would come in and go, "What are you doing? What are these things? Where did you get all of this stuff?" And I just wanted to change it. I wanted to see how it would look with different things. And I think that definitely started in childhood. My other thing, I used to build forts in the backyard. Every week I had a different one, and used umbrellas to make the roof and blankets to make the walls. And, so the creative thing I think was always there, and it sort of started with that. And then obviously I was like, you know what? I think I really want to be a designer. I actually got a degree in advertising and public relations from USC. So I love the creative aspect, and I love that part, and I love photography. That's a huge passion of mine. And so all those creative elements kind of came together, but I was like, what do I really want to do as my career? And then I decided, I really want to be a designer. I'm going back to school, and that's what I did. I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta and got a degree in interior design and architecture. So that's how it started.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, you also have been very involved with our church, with
Yes.
Shandon Methodist Church, including using your design gifts to help in our recent renovations at
Yeah.
the church.
Yeah.
And can you share a little of your faith story and how that comes into play in your career?
Yeah, it's God puts you in places where you need to be, and sometimes you don't realize that is what is happening until you're in it. And I think in my situation as an interior designer, I am often involved in people's lives on a daily basis and in a very personal way. So several of my clients have had tragedies that have happened in the middle of the project, and one in particular who is a member of our church, and she has agreed to let me share this with everyone, but Jillian and Sean Fuller lost Kiki, their daughter, several years ago, and we were in the middle of their design project. And Jillian and Sean had moved from Lake Murray to our side of town, and they were looking at Shandon as a church, and this happened. Kiki became ill, and Jillian, of course, was distraught and said, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And she was in Charleston at the hospital there in the children's area for about 45 days before she passed away. And they came to me and said, "Linda, we can't handle a funeral, and we can't handle anything right now," which is totally understandable. And so we brought everybody in, and this is when Julie was here. And we met here in this room and planned that funeral. And I believe God put me there, I really do, to be the person for them. And it was extremely difficult. And that's happened to me several times. I had another client who was from England, and he wanted to build his childhood dream of a farmhouse where his dogs could come in, he could take off his muddy boots, he could sit by the fireplace and just kind of recreate what he had there. And we did that for him, and I was so honored that he asked me to do it. And he built it on some farmland that he had, and we went out, and he was so excited and shared it with us. And 2 days later, he received a diagnosis that he had lung cancer and passed away 2 days later. And his wife called me and said, "You have no idea the joy that you brought to him." And he was able to live this dream from his childhood And, you know, I feel, again, God puts me in a lot of situations just like that. And I think I minister to people in another way. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I just feel like God does put us in places.
Yes,
And His timing
no
is
doubt.
so perfect.
No doubt.
Well, I know you also are interested in photography.
Yes.
So can you share a little of how you use photography in your interior design work and some of your special photographs?
So I think I love to travel, and one of the things that I like to do when I travel is to sort of photograph the people and understand through the photography the story of the people and the story of the architecture and the history. So I drive all my friends crazy because I'm the one, 2 miles behind with the camera, and they're like, "Where's Linda go?" So anyway, that's something I've always loved, and I'm really passionate about it. I take the photos and I go back and stare at them. I'm like, just what speaks to me, and blow up some of those photographs, and I use them in interiors that I've done, especially when I do like a designer show house. Sometimes I'll do the whole thing around a particular place that I've just been and kind of tell the story of that particular place. So that's my passion. I love it. I love photography. Yeah.
You want to show us some of your
Sure.
photographs?
I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go see.
Okay.
Linda, this is beautiful. These photographs are amazing. Can you share just the history or the location behind these?
Yeah, so this was from Beijing. This is like my favorite. I actually won first place in the fair. I'm proud of that when I entered it. But yeah, I just saw these guys and they just told a story. Like the minute I just captured it, thank goodness. And this is in Egypt. They're actually making a rug. I love that. And these are 3 girls. This is in Beijing. I just loved it. This was kind of like their Disney World kind of thing. They had their little hats on. Also in Beijing. This is in Egypt. I love him. I love the joy on his face. That's kind of what I like to do. I like to just, if I see something that tells a story, I grab it. That's what I like to do. I shot her actually in China in Tiananmen Square, and just the joy. She's actually a beggar, but I love the joy on her face. I just love her. She's my fave.
It's very special.
Yeah. I want to stress that when you are traveling, I think it's really important to photograph things that mean something to you, and don't be afraid to just shoot away. You don't have to be a great photographer. If it means something to you, it'll be great when you get home and you can use it. They don't have to be this big. You can use small ones in your bookcases or wherever, but photograph things with color, people. I think it's really something that you can use that you hadn't thought about.
And you have all the memories.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You also mentioned that when you travel or just out and about, you find little things, or maybe you have some family items that are really special to you.
I do. I have a whole curio full of some cool things I'd love to show you.
Let's go look.
Okay. Linda, this is your curio cabinet.
Yeah.
This sure looks interesting.
Keep all the crazy things from my travels. My favorite things. Yeah.
They're crazy, but I'm sure there's a story behind everything in here.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed was the hands, so tell me about
So
the
I have
hands.
a great story about the hands. So my brother-in-law is Ben Brantley. His dad, obviously, Joe Brantley, a dentist. So Joe would actually, when you're making your molds for your teeth, he actually made these of Brooks and Robert's hands. Yeah, with the same stuff. So yeah, Brooks was probably 4, and there's Robert. But yeah. So I love those. Those are my favorite. I mean, you can see their fingerprints and everything. I love it. Yeah.
Little hands.
Yeah.
So what else in here would you like to share?
Well, okay. So I think something really fun. This is one of my favorite things. So I was at a flea market in France and found this coin. It is so heavy. I mean, it's amazing.
Wow.
It's actually a German coin. It's just one of my favorite things. I don't know anything about it other than I love it. Yeah. So Bob's mother gave me this tea set. This was her grandmother's. So I love the tea set. This we found at Bob's family farm when they sold it, which was really very traumatic for Bob. And anyway, this is something we treasure. We found this in this little teacup.
So unique looking.
Yeah,
That
so-
handle.
Yeah,
I know
isn't
it's
it?
a little bird or something.
Yeah. And kind of have a collection up here of perfume bottles. I got that one actually in Egypt. I don't know if everybody knows, but the Egyptians really started perfume. And so that's kind of an interesting thing. Also, another thing I found at a flea market in France, and it's just carved. I thought that was, really beautiful. I have all of my silver cups from our baptisms. I have Brooks, Robert, mine, Bob's. They're all in there. Paintings that I picked up along the way. This is something isn't it cool?
That's cool.
Just a piece of coral that I picked up when we were on vacation last summer. I thought that was really, really pretty. And the mask. The mask is actually from Italy. Thought that was kind of an amazing thing. Picked that up. And some of these books also Bob's mom gave to me. They were her grandfather's. And I like to keep things in here that are really special to me, like that.
Well,
So
that's
pick
beautiful.
up things when you travel. Small things. Again, I keep saying small things are great things.
And create special memories.
Exactly.
Every time you come in here and look at your
Yeah,
items,
I
whether
love it.
family or from travels.
I'm out of room. I need another curating. So, yeah. Yeah.
So as I listen to you talk, so let's say somebody is wanting to, they've got a corner or something in their room they want to redo. It sounds to me like one of the first places to start is rather than going to buy things, is to look around your house.
For sure.
Inside your cabinets, in your attic, and
Yeah.
look and get a new perspective.
Well, I'll tell you a great thing. I tell a lot of my clients to do this. So take everything you have, put it all on the dining room table, and separate it by size. And then when you're doing a curio or a bookcase or coffee table or anything, you can pull from those things and you can kind of start to tell a story. Sometimes I think things are neat told as collections or a story, or I traveled to this particular place, or these are from my mom, or these are from my childhood, or something like that. Kind of group them together. But if you put it all out on the dining room table, you'll be surprised the things that you'll actually use that you didn't think you would ever use. So that's a good thing to do.
That's a great tip. And I, especially being home a lot, I look around my house and my bookcases and I'm like, I just want to redo things all the time.
Yeah,
But I don't know the best way to do it. So I'm looking forward to all of your tips
Yeah.
on how to do that.
glad to help.
So Linda, you talked a lot about bookcases and designing bookcases, especially with things that you already own in your house, but you have the eye of knowing how things can be placed and so that they look perfect, and your bookcases are beautiful. And so can you share with us a little bit about how you created these and some of the things on your bookcases that are meaningful to you?
Sure, Deborah. Okay, so one of the things that we were talking about earlier is grouping things together, things that kind of tell a story. So I'm going to start with this. This is kind of my Burnside area. So Bob's family they were dairy farmers. So this is a milk bottle from the Burnside farm. This is Bob's treasured milk bottle, so I better not drop it. Yeah, and this is a butter press that Bob's mom actually gave me. This is his mom's Bible, and this is the whole Burnside family. So that's kind of my Burnside story. One of the things that I was talking to you about with books and taking the jacket covers off of the book, so all of these have been removed. It's still, you have nice colors going on. You don't have to have the jackets. So one of the things I like to do is to do a few up and a few down. When you do that, this is back to that thing about a small item, put something small on top. It works really well. You can also put a picture frame the way I've done right here. So I have my daughter's wedding from a year ago, Brooks, and then Robert's graduation, so things that mean something important to you. And I talked about buy some really great bookends. These are actually architectural elements off of a house that I found, and so I turned them into bookends.
So something like that kind of makes a statement. You can fill up a whole shelf that way. And these are just pieces of agate. I'm just going to show you. I mean, these are at Target, but they're great. Just grab those. And I use smaller books with those. Another thing I love, and I cherish, Robert made this, in grammar school. I love to show things that my children have made. I think that's really important. And then, little small prints on a stand. This is just something that's Notre Dame. I love it. It means a lot to me. You can get little small things when you travel, little prints, have them framed and put them on stands. I think that works really, really, really well. Another thing, when you go to your book sale or you're at Barnes & Noble, buy some coffee table books that have the colors of your room, really important, or things that mean something to you. If you're an avid horseback rider, get a book on horses. If you like to sail, get a book on sailing. It's really important. But anyway, so these are my books. This is my History of South Carolina book and a book on Versailles. I love Versailles. Another interior design book. So that's kind of me right here in a nutshell. And then I just have a blown glass vase on top. But it's really nice to do some coffee table books on your bookcase that are turned this way. So that's kind of just in a nutshell how to do it.
Well, that's beautiful. It's visually pleasing, but it's also something that means a lot to you. And
Yes.
I think that, as we were talking, that you need to feel comfortable in your home. You
Right.
need to have things that are surrounding you that you enjoy.
Exactly.
And then you can welcome others into your home and they will enjoy these same things.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Linda, you have some special things that I know you have collected through the years or you have received from family members, but you also mentioned just going to your local bookstore and buying some things. And, hopefully this year our UMW will be able to have a garage sale again.
Hope so.
And we all have things that may be something worth something to somebody else. I wish there was a good way to figure that out these days. But
Yeah,
one of
I'm
the good
thinking
things is
when
garage
people are
sale.
downsizing,
Right.
and you got books that you don't need anymore, great time to take them to the garage sale. And then for all of you people who need some books, go to the garage sale
That's right.
and get some books. Books are great. Books are the greatest thing to fill a bookcase with, and and we can trade them out among each other, which I think is a great thing.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Linda. This has been wonderful and has taught us a lot. I hope everybody who's watching this has learned a lot from this, and you'll just all go home and open your cabinets, pull everything out on the dining room table, and get to work redesigning and redecorating your house.
That's right. Get your things out, put them on the table, and start decorating for sure. Thank you, everybody, for coming into my home. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Another treasure.
Another treasure. Bob would kill me if I didn't show it. His signed Clemson football from Dabo, which probably needs to have a prominent spot right there. So I think that's where I'm going to put it before he gets home.
See how long it takes to make that aside. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that was fun. I learned a lot of home decor tips, decorating bookcases and other things, but I also learned a lot about Linda. And I just love how she incorporates things that are meaningful to her into her home and her as she designs her home. Whether it's an item she found on a trip or whether it's a photograph she took on a trip, something with sentimental value that was given to her by a grandmother or a mother, friend, and as she just looks around her home and sees those things, she just has such special memories. And we probably all have those type of things. We don't have to just rush out and buy something to decorate our house. We can just look around and find things that mean something to us. What I also love about Linda and what she shared with us is that while she's at work, she's looking for God at work too. And she's looking for opportunities to share her faith and to just meet people's needs. She gets to know them and just wants to be there for them and just meet their needs right where they are. And we can all do that. I mean, we all have skills, we all have opportunities probably every day where we could serve others and serve God by serving others, that we can be His hands and feet. And even while we're at home, and I know a lot of us are at home a lot these days, we don't have to go out and do our volunteer work. We can make an encouraging phone call or write a note. We can, you know, at Christmas where we bought things through different websites and sent them directly to places like Epworth or Family Shelter that we can still serve from home. And, you know, I just pray that we all do that. And right now, I am going to go take everything off my bookcase. I'm going to open some cabinets and some drawers and find things that bring back special memories to me, and I'm going to put them on the bookcase using the design tips that I learned, and just enjoy those special memories. And hopefully one day I'll be able to share some of those memories with friends. And I hope you'll do the same thing.